Hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it. It's Mr. Morris here, and today I'm going to be reviewing 4 Doctor Who, the second Doctor, Target novels. First one though is by the BBC, just like before. And I love the smell that I'm getting right now because it smells of old books. Yes, I love the smell of old books. I might be the only one that smells old books and likes it, but I love the smell. So let's take a look at these 4 books, excuse me. So, taking a look at the first one, The Abominable Snowman, The Enemy of the World, The Invasion, and The War Games. So, let's take a look at the non-Target novel first. As you might have saw in my last review, I don't really like these. I wish Target were still around. But unfortunately, they're not. So, we get stuck with Strange Ones by the BBC. So, anyway, we have Doctor Who and the Abominable Snowman by Terence Dicks. He's done quite a lot of books. You've got Patrick Troughton there, lovely cartoon image of him. You've got the Yeti there. Like I say, I like the Lost Stories. I've got a couple. I've only got about 2. Then you got Jamie and Victoria there. Underneath that, you got an introduction by Stephen Baxter. Very interesting indeed. And yes, basically that's it to the front cover. On the back, you get a nice picture of the Yeti. A lot of information there, and I'll read the top for you like I did last time. Light flooded into the tunnel, silhouetting the enormous shaggy figure in the cave mouth. With a blood-curdling roar, claws outstretched, it's bore down on Jamie. Sounds like an interesting story. I've read this. It's pretty good and pretty odd in ways. But anyway, yes, it's a fantastic story. This novel is based on the Doctor Who story, which was originally broadcast from the 30th of September all the way to the 4th of November 1967. So you got a bit of information about that, which is pretty good. Underneath that, you got featuring the second Doctor, played by played by Patrick Troughton, and his companion Jamie Victoria. You got your barcode there, UK $4.99, US $6.99. Colour illustration by Chris Alshows, whatever his name is. On the side, you've got this nice BBC Books logo, new logo there. Terence Dicks, got this nice Abominable Snowman, and got a picture of Patrick Troughton on the top there in his cartoonation form. Next, we have The Enemy of the World. I got this before The Enemy of the World came officially out on DVD, if I remember correctly. It was a couple of months before they announced that they've found the story. So I was like, ooh, they've got the book and I'll get the DVD. How interesting is that? Anyway, let's take a look at this closer. So you on the top right on there, if you can see, you got the Target symbol, Doctor Who in the Tom Baker era form, and The Enemy of the World by Ian Marter. You got the 2 characters that are in it. Got a lovely picture background. It's a fantastic picture. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of black spots on mine. Don't know where they came from. I did buy this second hand. I didn't buy this from a shop back in the 70s or 80s, or when was this made? Because I wasn't even born then. As I say, I've travelled back in time. I've got my own TARDIS. Anyway, let's take a look at the back. We have this lovely Times Roman writing, which is very perfect for anybody who can't see properly, so you can pretty much read that, as the writing's pretty big. So I'll read this first piece here, and then I'll let you see what if it's interesting or not. So in the year 2030, only one man seems to know what action is to take when the world is hit by a series of terrible natural disasters. Salamander's success in handling these fundamental problems has brought him enormous power. And then you've got the rest here. Among the many Doctor Who books available are the following recently published titles. You've got a lot here, so shall we take a look? Doctor Who and the Power of the Quell, Doctor Who and the Armageddon Factor, Doctor Who Curse Peladon, Keys to Mariners, Nightmare of Eden, The Horns of Nimon, Monster of Peladon, and Creature from the Pit. They all say Doctor Who and UK 95 pence. I wish these days books were that cheap, because I think I'd have every Target book there was by now, or any other book by Doctor Who. Australia $3.50, Malta £1. Children fiction recommended price. Then you've got this ISBN like barcode symbol there. Didn't have the scanners back then by the looks of it, but yes, an interesting book. Doctor Who, The Enemy of the World. Got this nice image based on the BBC television by David Whittaker. Then you've got the information here. Made and printed in Great Britain. Well, it's not printed in Great Britain anymore, is it? They're usually printed in China these days. Published in 1981. So, yes, you get quite a bit of book for that. I have an itch, sorry. Yes, so let's take a look. So yes, it's roughly 127 pages long, and it's a fantastic book. I recommend you get that one. I recommend any of these to be honest. Anyway, then we have my favourite Sideman story from the Second Doctor, and my biggest. I must say it's quite thick compared to the others. Anyway, so Doctor Who 5th and 6th hour symbol. The Invasion, you've got a giant unit badge, and you've got on the Sideman from the Invasion. Fantastic picture there. And this was written by Ian Marter. Target novelisation. I think these are like, I think they're just turning into Virgin reprints. As they were turning blue when Sylvester McCoy took over from the Doctor. But anyway, it's in good condition-ish, if you want to say. It's got a bit of wear and tear in it. But anyway, Doctor Who and the Invasion, Ian Marter, number 98 in the novelisation Target books. You've got quite a bit of information. I'll just read the top bit. Materialising out of space, the TARDIS is attacked by a missile fire from the dark side of the moon. Odd. Underneath that we have your blurb rubbish stuff. You've got your big giant barcode there, and then you've got UK £1.50, USA $2.95, Australia $4.50, New Zealand $5.50, Canada $3.95. Science fiction time, illustrated by Andrew Skelter, whatever you want to call him, strange name. So yes, I did buy the second hand, and it's got someone's name there. If you are watching this, comment below if your name is Robert Badger and you did have this book. It's got number 98 in the Doctor Who library. Got a lot of information here. The BBC producer of the Invasion was Peter Bryant, and the director was Douglas Canfield. You get a lot of information actually. First published in 1985. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was published in 1960. I can't even say 1965. I was going to say 1985. On the back, you have. These are what I wanted to show you. So, Doctor Who readers, pin-up magazine, magnificent full colour posters of Doctor Who. Just send £2.50 for the first poster and £1.25 for additional poster, and then you get the rest. Excuse me. Fortunately, if you're ripping this out, you are ripping the ending of the book. So I recommend not to rip this out unless you're travelling back in time and you want a £2.50 poster. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. It's up to you. If you've got your own TARDIS, then I'd recommend you to go and do it. Then you can buy another one of these books. Anyway, next we have another fantastic book. It's a bit out of shape. as I think it's been somewhere, I don't know. I bought this from eBay. I love the war game, so I thought I'd buy it in book form as well. So you got the target symbol, Doctor Who logo, and the war games by Malcolm Hulk. Got this fantastic cartoonish picture here. So you've got World War One, you've got Roman soldier, and you've got another couple of other soldiers, and you've got the TARDIS here. As it is the war games, so there's probably be a lot of soldiers mixed in together. You've got all this information. I'll just read the bud, the top bit, mub, barbed wire, the smell of death. The year was 1917, and the TARDIS had materialised on the Western Front during the First World War. Or had it? Question mark. Underneath that, you have usual stuff. I did a bit of a rip in it. UK 75 pence. Wow, 75p for a book. Today you can't even get a book for 75p unless there's something strange happening with it. Page is missing. You name it. So, yes, that the war games. So thank you very much for watching. This is my target novelisation done, and bye for now.